very excited about, Devon Ford. And Devon, welcome to Sports Central. We appreciate the time.
Of course. Thank you for having me on today.
Absolutely. So, a native of Georgia, Loganville, right?
Yes, sir.
That's around Atlanta?
Like 30 minutes outside the metro Atlanta area.
Okay. What brought you to Southeastern?
Honestly, out of high school, private school kid, trying looking for somewhere I wanted to go at first. University of Maryland was like my go-to school. I want to go and study law up there. Came down here on my teammates, came to Southeastern, was like, hey, come check it out. You might like it. Came down here. I mean, like they said, fell in love with the campus immediately and the culture. So I kind of shifted my head a little bit, went smaller school style.
Great. Nice. Talk about teammates, high school, played high school basketball. But with that, you came and, as we were speaking, your first couple of years didn't play basketball.
No,
not on the basketball team. Got to college, and as we were talking, you were ready for a break and took those first couple of years off. And how was it getting back into the game? Was it something that you really, you missed, you desired to get back into, and getting back into it? How did that go for you after sitting out for 2 years?
So for sure, no, it was something that like freshman and sophomore, I was like, I go to the games. I worked for Mike Vigu, watching the games, starting to miss it a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I can be out there, I can play. Like, I can hold my own with these guys for sure. So then my junior year summer, I had a chance to go an open run with the team. I was really cool with the guys, and they needed some guys to run. So Coach Lee gave me the opportunity, our assistant coach, to run in the gym while Coach Barsh was there. So I guess I did enough to impress a little bit. So they offered me, a spot on the team, and they were like, hey, just come and be a part of the team. We like you here. And then next summer, that same summer, I get a call, probably June, July, Coach Barsh, hey, I'm leaving. So, in my head, I'm like, am I going to stay now, or am I just going to, graduate, keep being a student? And then found out that Coach Lubber is going to be our coach, and he gave us all a call and talked to him on the phone. And after that, I decided, hey, it's going to be worth sticking it out and see what I got for a year, because I was only supposed to play for a year. And then, as we know, COVID hit. Got another year back, which is great. And then now, grad student year, so.
Wow.
That's fantastic. So you've enjoyed your 10 years at Southeastern.
Yeah, I was a super senior now.
No, of course, everybody's in a different space when it comes to that, but it's an opportunity. So I really want to talk about two opportunities. One, taking advantage of the opportunity after 2 years. I've got to feel like that felt like, to me, outside looking in, that meant more. It wasn't immediate. You worked for it a couple of years later, and then this opportunity to play another year. What does that mean to you?
It means everything. I thought I was going to get 1 year at it, one run at college basketball. Then next thing I know, here I'm 2 more years in, and it's been great. It's been a great experience, a great opportunity for me. Something that Coach always challenged me with, and my decision try to come back this year was, stay curious. At first, I'm on the fence of, do I want to come back and play? Like,
right.
Am I ready to go and start life? And just, stay curious to see what we have for you. And which, in conversations with him and my teammates, it just felt right. Like, the way we ended last year, it didn't feel good in my stomach to leave on that note. Mm-hmm. So,
speaking of this year, I know as we were talking with Coach previously, with the freshmen, the transfers, a lot of new teammates for you this year. How have you been able to kind of take that group and work together and start building that team chemistry with practically a brand new group of guys?
Yeah, that's the fun part. I think it started, we had all the recruits in and the signees in and into the off season. Had a good workout with our strength coach, hard one. So it kind of brought us all together. And then this summer we had a camp for kids. So, we all came into town for that and helped out with the kids. So it gave us time to, grow together and learn each other, build relationships with each other in that opportunity. And so we had that. And everybody got back to school, went to our friend's lake beach house, got on boats, jet skis, all that, having fun. So I think the challenge part for us is going to be, how it's going to translate on the court. So for us, it was playing the open gyms, just going out with each other, hanging out, kind of build that chemistry off the court, hoping it's going to translate to on the court. And so far, through our practices and stuff, it's been really well. It's been really good. We all like playing with each other, which I think is really important. That's one of our things we harp ourselves on. Like, we really love each other on and off the court. So we hope that bond is going to come together to lead us to championships.
If you were to, you're doing a great job talking to us. We really appreciate the time. But if you were sitting here talking to a high school senior, what would the advice be to them? And I got to think it's probably similar to those incoming freshmen. Yeah. But what would your advice to them, kind of seeing what you've seen over the last number of years, what would your advice be on preparation on, but also off the court?
For both, I would say be a sponge. Listen to the people that have done it before. Listen to the older guys on the team or even in the classroom, like you be there to learn. Obviously, academics come first. Without that, you can't play. So the classroom, take that just as serious, or be more serious and on the court stuff. But yeah, be a sponge. Listen to what people got to tell you. Be able to take criticism and they learn, try to make you better, whether it's from coach or your teammates. I think those are the two most important things. And also ego. Like, you got to lose it when you come to college, because you might have been a guy in high school, but in college, it's the pecking order. So one of the things where it's going to make you a better person in the day and a better player.
Yeah. Same thing, I mentioned to Coach, kind of asked him this question, but for you, obviously being named Sun Conference Champion of Character, it's pretty high regard to be held, for that award. Talk a little bit about, that process there and what that meant to you to receive that.
For me, it meant everything. I think it's probably my most important achievement that I've had so far in my life. And obviously, without my teammates, it wouldn't be possible to have that. This summer, we just had trying with the George Floyd stuff happening. So, Coach really rallied us together. So, let's make a difference in the community, Crystal Lake community, like anything around us that we can do. And that was a big part of that, getting that award, was trying my best to, people that may feel unseen, to kind of uncover them more and kind of help them out any way we can. So that award really just the work of all I've done, all Coach has done, all my team has done. And I just want who got the reward for it, for everybody.
That's fantastic.
Wonderful.
Well, two things. One's self-serving, because it's going to lead to the second thing. So what's your major? Because we got to find a way to keep you in Polk County. You don't need to go back up to Georgia because you're fantastic. So what's the career path?
Right now, I'm getting my master's global MBA, as well as undergrad. It was legal studies. So now, kind of deciding whether law school is the next step or business world. Trying to figure that out.
Oh, well, you get your law degree. Just remember Sports Central, because you can always use a good attorney.
Got you. So just trying to figure out the next steps with that, and talking to Coach, he's helping me out with that decision too.
Sure,
so.
Sure. Well, that's fantastic.
What with this upcoming season, what do you think? The makeup of the team and what's going to be kind of the keys to the success for this upcoming season for this team?
Yeah, like Coach said, young guys and old guys.
Yeah.
A nice little mix. The key for us is going to be, staying consistent. Ups and downs, hills and valleys, they happen. Just staying green and just staying level, staying poised, and opportunities, and they come your way, you got to take them. We have a good schedule, hard schedule, which is what we need, to make national tournament runs and play those type of games. So I think for us, it's going to be a fun, great opportunity to win.
Coach said the goal is, I think it was 28 games. 28, no, that's the goal. I got to feel like it a player. Hey, I give him kudos. That's probably the most direct answer we've ever received here in Sports Central. But as a player, expectations, because even though you've got some young players, you got some real talent. Yeah. So embrace those expectations, or try to put block out the noise and just move forward. Which do you prefer? Embrace
them. I think, we got one game at a time mentality, but then they want to play for March 23rd. That's the national championship date. So I think that's our goal, 28-0. However many games it takes to get there, start going undefeated.
Yeah, can't win the 28th one in a row if you don't win the first one, right?
Exactly.
What's that come up November 5th?
November 5th.
What's your favorite memory, either as a student or as an athlete at Southeastern? And we talked about before why you come to Southeastern, but now that you've been at Southeastern, what would you tell someone else?
My favorite memory definitely was during the year things got shut down with COVID. We went to South Dakota in December. Before we went to the national tournament, and we almost got stuck in a blizzard there. So we were really the last bus off the highway before they shut it down. So
that's a recruiting plus for Southeastern. 100%. Got it.
Got to play in the Corn Palace. It was a it was a great time.
Yeah.
Wow. Wonderful. What going back to a little bit, you talked about when we were talking about the champion of character. What's some of those favorite volunteer opportunities that you've had, during your time at Southeastern? That you've been able to be a part of within this community?
My favorite by far was we got a chance to go to Crystal Lake Elementary School and play with the kids and have a field day with them, run around with them. They love us being there. We love them. I think just having them being part of our lives made an impact on us more than may have them, but for sure, just go out there hanging out with them, you seeing the smiles on their face. We run around, we got it good, go to practice every day and stuff like that, but being able to play with the kids is just fun.
Well, Devon, thank you so much. We really appreciate the time. We wish you good luck, not only in the season, but in your future endeavors. And like I said, you don't need to go back to Atlanta. You just stay here, be a great part of the community like you are right now.
Thank y'all for having me on.